let's give this a go here. All right, take out that first sheet there. Let's try to get this, otherwise it'll,
Total's kicking
Okay,
it.
here is that spiel. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, probably for the last 2 years, you have done volume. If I asked you what the volume of a rectangular prism is, or a box, you would simply tell me the formula that volume is
Length times width.
length times width times height, and it is. This is simply 30 times 30 times 10, which 30 times 30 is 100 times 10 is 9,000. There are 9,000 cubic feet in this box, okay? That's not what today's all about, so that's why I just gave you that sort of thing, but I wanted you to see this. As long as it is a box shape, like a shoebox, or a box that comes from Amazon, just multiply length times width times height. However, not all prisms come in that shape. Some of them come in different shapes. They could be, this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a hexagonal prism. It doesn't matter what it's called. Okay, but in order for it to be a prism, what has to be true? It has to have a base, two bases that are parallel to themselves, and they have to be parallel to each other. That doesn't make too much difference except for this thought right here. We've talked about this, I've given it to you, you are now well equipped for this. Okay, when you see this formula, volume equals capital B times H. That capital B means the area of the base. That capital B means the area of the base. Okay? And in math, when you have B and H next to each other, like in a triangle, base times height, what had to be true? They had to be perpendicular or form right angles with each other. So when you look at the letter H has to be the side that is perpendicular to a base. So right here, the height of this shape has to be 10, because that is the side, that is the length that is perpendicular to the base. Another way to think about it is if you actually set the shape on its base, the height would be how tall it is. Okay, but if I flip this shape around and set it on this bottom thing and it's pointed up like that, this would not be the height, just because I did that, because this rectangle back here is not the base. The base goes back to what theory that I made up myself? It's very in-depth. Yes, the loaf of bread theory. You must consider that.
What? Where's that?
Okay. The only way I could shape this and still keep getting the same size piece of bread is to cut it along this L shape. Okay, now let me step you through this. The more time you take, which I know is against everything that a 7th grader believes in, the more time you take and the more you sketch this out, the better your chances of getting these on, because this is a complicated problem. I mean, it's not complicated, it's not hard, it's just confusing and it takes a lot of steps, which makes it complicated for you people, because most of you people just want to do like 6 times 6 and be done with your life. This doesn't quite work that way. Am I right? Alright, so I'm gonna break it down into as bare minimalistic steps as I can. Volume equals B times H. I'm then gonna rewrite this as the area. I'll tell you what, I'll skip a little step and just go A of B times the height. Okay? And it's at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I probably would do the easiest thing first and write down what the height is. What is the height of this shape?
10 feet.
AOB times 10. Okay? I do that because I am going to probably spend so long trying to figure the area of the base that when I do get the area of the base, I'm gonna forget that the last step is always gonna be to multiply it by that. At least now I have it written down that I need to do that. Okay? Now, once you get to this point, we need to find the area of the base. And if I were going to do that, what I would do is probably draw out what the base looks like. And if you look what the base looks like, it looks like this. Take my word for it. That's that L shape that's right there. And then I would write out its dimensions. Okay? What is the dimension right here? Well, it's the same as that. So that's right here, it's 12. What is this dimension right here, which is that dimension, which would be this line plus that line, which is,
32.
wow, you're smarter than I give you credit for. What is this line right here? 12, so it's the same as this line. What is this line right here, which is this line?
15.
Look at you. And then what is this line right here? 1. I need to find the area of that. So as Carter Reichert said, I need to do the old divide and conquer. Doesn't matter which way you divide or conquer it. Let's cut it like this. What would be the area of this rectangle right there? 12 times 32, which happened to be 64 and 32, which is 384. Is that am I right or am I right?
You're right. You're right.
First time today. 384.
No.
To that, I have to add the area of that, which is 15 times 20.
100.
Ooh, thank you for that. Somebody used 300 right off of that.
Like Harvey.
Find the area of the whole thing, I add them together, and the total area of that is 684. And like I said, had I not written down the formula and thought about this, I might think that that's the end of the problem, but it's most of the problem, but you still have to say that's the area of the base. It goes right here. 684 times 10 is 6,840 feet cubed, by the way. Did I put squared up here? Volume is always in cubic feet. Are you picking up what I'm laying down on?
Yeah.
If so, then I would like for you to take that second piece of paper and show me that wait, no. Don't worry about the line of the tissue box, because that's just gonna be what? 9 times 5 times 4, because that's just a box. Show me how you would do that T-shaped figure. Right now, where you're at, it's time for T. Give me the T-shaped figure while I try to find it here, because I don't have it on my paper. See how long this takes. T-shaped picture. Please try not to cut as many corners as you're boosting. Try just for once in your life. Just to do stuff. Good way. What lesson is this? 41, 42. Try that one. Try it again. Still not. Oh, wait, what's that?
That's what I can do.
Done?
No.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
are done?
I-
And you showed all your work?
Yes, sir.
See, I wonder what I have to deal with after all that. After preaching till I'm proverbially blue at the base. I asked David if he shows us work, and he goes, you do it all in your head, David?
Oh, how dare you.
How is that even humanly possible after that long speech?
Sometimes I think my medicine. That's kind of what it is.
When you have your answer, circle it, put your pencil down. Lodi, you're not done yet? And then the other shoe drops. There'll be swift and severe and stern repercussions here. Tell me how much you got left, because I can't take too much. You done? Right. Put your pencil down, right, there, you had your pencil down a long time ago. Now, you're gonna remain seated as long as you have what I have, and you may not, do not pick up your pencil. Check with your neighbor. First thing, you were instructed to write down the formula. Stand up if you don't have area equals BH written on your paper. If you don't have that.
You don't?
But if don't.
What if I wrote area of base?
No. Shall I go back and look and see what I wrote?
Did I write A equals, volume equals B times A? If I actually, volume equals B times A. If you stood up because you put a B, I put that on. See, again, when people ask, well, I don't mind that, again, I'll give you the exact step. Now, second step, stay standing, if you're standing. Volume should equal AOB times H. Stand up if you don't have that.
Haven't you shipped
Sure,
that?
Robbins, you were all critical of all these people until you did that. Now, stand up if you don't have this. I said at this point, a wise person would write down what the height is here so you don't forget to do it at the end. The height is whatever, first of all, what's the base? It's a T shape, so the height has to be a 2. So, stand up if you don't have that written as a 2. Thank you to these people who've listened to me so far. Next, I said, draw me a shape, and I'll do this one isometrically so it looks kind of the same. Draw the base off to the side, put its dimensions. Why is there so much talking in the back? Sam, go back to your table. Stand up if you did not draw that shape away from the shape there. You should have the base there. Now, we cut it into its pieces. 8 times 2 is 16 for this. 8 times 2 is 16 for that, giving us a total area of 32 centimeters squared. Now I substitute in the 32 times the 2.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
And then volume is going to equal 64 centimeters cubed. Sit down, please. Raise your hand if you got 64 centimeters cubed. Now, I know exactly what's going through your 7th grade anti-authority minds. I got that answer and I didn't write down any of that stuff. And I can tell you, you probably did, but I can also tell you, they give you easy problems as examples. And when they get to be hard problems and you don't do it and you get them wrong, don't come on your knees crying to me, wondering why you got them wrong, unless you have followed my beautiful 5, 6, whatever step problem. You know what I'm saying? You have to start with the easy problem, work your way to the hard one, but you have to train yourself, Karen, to do the easy ones the right way and then get yourself to the hard one. I thought that was
That was very inspirational.
Robin, look at the girl.
He wrote down one small thing and he was, wow, and he wrote it on those other people's things. All right, for tomorrow. Oh, do I have any comments? I didn't even see a problem like that on this thing here. Let's do 10 through, let's do 22 on 42. I'm gonna give you your quiz back, so you can take a look at it. Dismal at best. Did I say 10 through 22?
Avery, can you get him?
Yes.
I thought it was fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.